absolutely thrilled you're here today because we are looking at something that could literally change how you view your everyday trips to the store. We're breaking down the data and the real world experiences from veteran gig workers to show you exactly how to transform a quick run to the grocery store. You know, the one where you only went in for milk but somehow leave with 50 bucks of snacks into actual cash. If you've been looking for a side hustle that puts you in total control, well, you're in the right place. Okay, let's dive into this.
So, here is our roadmap for today. We've got 1. Ditch the food deliveries. 2. Beginner guide to photo missions. 3. Level up with advanced merchandising. 4. Contrasting tasks and payouts. And finally, 5. Protecting your reliability score.
Section 1. Ditch the food deliveries.
If you've ever worked in the gig economy, you know that burnout is incredibly common, especially with those unpredictable food delivery apps. I really want you to think about this question for a second. You're sitting in your car, the restaurant is running 20 minutes behind, the food's getting cold, and when you finally arrive, you're driving in circles in the dark hunting for a hidden apartment number. Right? That's the reality of food delivery. You're entirely at the mercy of variables totally outside of your control. But what if you didn't have to deal with any of that? Just look at the stark contrast here. On one hand, you have those classic delivery app variables we just talked about, the waiting, driving endless unpaid miles, hunting for customers. But on the flip side, in-store tasks offer a totally refreshing alternative. You walk into a store you probably already visit anyway, you snap a straight picture of a product display, and you walk out. There's no waiting, no food getting cold, just absolute control and ease.
Section 2. Beginner Guide Photo Missions.
And that brings us to the easiest entry point for newcomers. If you've never done this before, apps like Field Agent and Mobi are exactly where you're going to want to start. I absolutely love this quote directly from our source material because it is brilliant strategic advice. When you open these apps, you might see a cluster of 10 gigs at a massive warehouse store like a Costco or a gigantic super Walmart. And yeah, it's tempting. But starting small at a place like Trader Joe's or maybe a local pharmacy helps you build your confidence. You get to understand how the whole shebang works without getting completely overwhelmed in a labyrinth of grocery aisles.
So the crucial point is exactly how simple a beginner mission actually is. Say you claim a $3 paper towel check on Field Agent, or maybe a cooler audit at a 7-Eleven. Step 1, you walk in and locate the product. Step 2, you take a straight overview photo of the shelf. Step 3, count the target items, and yes, you are literally getting paid to aggressively count energy drinks. Step 4, leave. You can often knock out this entire cycle in about 5 minutes, and because these drop in clusters, you could hit 5 different 7-Elevens in a 2-mile radius and make 20 bucks in a fraction of the time it would take to do a single food delivery.
Section 3. Level up. Advanced merchandising. Okay, once you've mastered those quick photo missions, we're leveling up the difficulty, and these advanced tasks, they're a massive step up. You aren't just an anonymous mystery shopper anymore. You might actually receive physical shipments right to your front door, things like marketing displays or boxes of salsa coupons. Then you have to go into the store, speak directly to the store manager to check in, build out those marketing displays, and even restock or face the aisles to make sure everything looks absolutely perfect. They kind of mimic a regular part-time job, meaning there are attire requirements and a lot more responsibility. But they also pay significantly more, sometimes scaling all the way up to 25 bucks for a single store visit.
Section 4. Contrasting tasks and payouts.
Now, what's really interesting about this breakdown is how these 4 gig apps actually compensate you for your time. Because let me tell you, they're not all created equal. Notice how distinctly these apps separate themselves. Field Agent is your high-volume, low-friction app. It's totally beginner-friendly and pays reliably via direct deposit. But then look at Mobi. Also beginner-friendly, but it pays out exclusively in gift cards, which we'll dive into in a second. On the advanced side, Observa pays incredibly well for hard tasks, up to 25 bucks directly to your PayPal, but the frequency of those gigs is much lower. And finally, Survey Merchandiser offers a steady stream of advanced tasks, like those display builds, paying via direct deposit. You really want to stack these apps on your phone to maximize your daily route.
So, let's address the elephant in the room regarding the Mobi app. A lot of folks see gift cards and just immediately write the app off. But look at these options. We're not talking about obscure stores you're never going to visit. We're talking about Visa gift cards, Target, Amazon, Home Depot. In the gig economy, offsetting your regular weekly expenses with a $100 Target or Visa card is essentially as good as cold, hard cash. Earning points through these quick honey or seasonal audits on Mobi is incredibly practical,
and you can often get your rewards approved and cashed out on the exact same day. Section 5. Protecting your reliability score. Now, unlike rideshare apps where you can just decline orders all day with zero consequences, these apps have very strict penalty systems. Look at this number, 1.5. This shockingly low reliability score was actually highlighted by the veteran earner in our source material. On apps like Surveying Merchandiser, if you claim tasks, hold on to them, and then just abandon them simply because you didn't feel like doing them, your score absolutely plummets. It shows how incredibly quickly your account can be penalized if you don't follow through on your commitments.
And this brilliantly illustrates the real-world consequence of a score like 1.5. When your score is high, you get the ultimate perk: instant reservation. You see a great $20 gig, you top it, boom, it's yours. But when your score drops due to unreliability, you face the penalty of manual requests. You literally have to ask permission to do a gig and wait for human approval, completely losing your competitive edge. In a fast-moving gig landscape, a delay like that costs you serious money.
So here is your ultimate survival guide for keeping that account pristine. First, take perfectly straight photos. Actual human beings review these for quality control. Second, follow every single direction exactly to the letter. If it says step back 4 feet, you step back 4 feet. Third, only ever reserve gigs you absolutely know you have the time to finish. And finally, keep trying. Getting your photos rejected initially by human reviewers isn't the end of the world. It's just a completely normal part of the learning curve. Don't quit after your first audit gets denied. Learn from the feedback, adapt, and just try again.